Well,
all right. So you are listening again, listeners, to Cal Exit Radio Mach 2.0 with Hannah and myself. My name is Sue, and this is Hannah Miyamoto, excuse me, and she is running for Lieutenant Governor of California in 2020. And she has some wise words for us today about California wildfires and the midterms that we're seeing getting wrapped up now. So thanks for listening. I hope you've been having a wonderful week, and I hope your Saturday is going well for you. Hannah, how are you today?
Hi, Sue. I'm running. Of course, my official campaign is 2022, and we just elected a very able new lieutenant governor just in the 2018 elections. But of course, what this is really about, my campaign it's really about making a first step to putting free California independence on the political map. If you've been listening into other early shows, of course, you know that my overall feeling is that California independence is the first step towards a new federation in the entire western states. And in fact, the elections of 2018, I think, really showed that that proposal, as wild as it may seem, is actually a good one, especially if, it's just not possible to restore the United States of America to its former democratic orientation. Because, we had sweeping victories in Colorado, New Mexico. The governor of Oregon had no trouble winning there. Major victories in Washington State. Hawaii was, of course, as usual, went wildly Democratic. In California, it looks like, well, we know one thing for sure. We know the Republicans they went from 13 seats in Congress now down to less than 10, maybe 8, maybe 7. I think one little piece of your media probably, your news source probably isn't going to point out, is that in 3 California districts, the Green Party actually came in second. That the Republicans were, in fact, could not even put a candidate on the ballot.
Wow.
In the primaries.
Now, in how many states was that?
3 out of the 53 districicts.
Wow.
You had the Green Party actually being on the ballot.
Districts here in California?
In California, of the 53 out of that. So,
wow.
So maybe that's a nice little. That's your take home right there. You got 8 Republicans actually in Congress. You've got 3 districts where the Republicans are not even competitive.
Wow.
Of course, the Democrat candidate won by an overwhelming majority in those districts that had a Green candidate on the ballot. Maybe for those of us who are not Californians don't know that California adopted a couple of years ago the top 2 primary system. So what that means is everybody and their brother can run for office, and then the top 2 vote getters go to the general election. So the only way you're going to get a Green Party candidate on the general election ballot is if that person comes in second in that primary, and that's what happened in 3 California districts. To give another example, in my own district, well, overall in the state, right, we had only 2 Democrats. There were no Republicans on the U.S. Senate ballot, so the entire state had to choose between one of 2 progressive Democrats. And then in my own district, we had 2 Democrats running for the state assembly seat. The former occupant of that seat was, by the way, Republican, and he chose to retire, and now he's been replaced by a Democrat. I live in the 36th Assembly District and the 49th Congressional District. Mike Levin finally flipped the seat from Isa, who was Republican and a very conservative Republican at that. It's been, and Holly Ruda has won a squeaker in District 48. As I pointed out, if you care about these things, you can now stay in a Democratic Party district all the way from San Diego all the way up to Long Beach. For all I know, Long Beach is Democratic too. I think it probably is.
Yeah, you know what
that's just symbolically speaking.
You know what I care about, Hannah? I care about getting some politicians in the White House that are going to actually care about their constituents enough to send federal aid when there's a natural disaster like we've just had here in California with the wildfires, and some of them are still going, not put out yet.
Well, the fire season probably has just begun.
Right.
And yeah, you talk about leadership. I'd like to give a little shout out to my new congressman, Mike Levin, in California 49, and he pointed out today that the fire season, that the things he ran out, by the way, on a strongly environmental program. Of course, he talked about the youth use, and that was one thing he really highlighted. And he pointed out that thanks to global climate change, we may very well be living in a situation where California will be literally dealing with wildfires, 12 months out of the year. I mean, it's only November. We've had grievous loss of life in Northern California. We lost an entire town. The town of Paradise, California, is apparently ashes. Malibu, California, is burning down while we speak. I heard that Pepperdine University even is in danger, and that's, of course, in the center of the settled. There's a little village in Malibu, if you've never been that way, and that part of Malibu, the settled part of Malibu, is actually in danger.
Wow.
The fire started in Simi Valley, went right over the top of the Santa Monica Mountains, and went all the way to the beach. There are literally beach houses that burned down last night.
Wow.
And there's pictures of it. It's a great tragedy. I know that. I just want to speak out. I mean, I'm certainly not one person who can afford a home in Malibu and horses and that beautiful, beautiful cars and all that stuff. But I have to feel for anyone. I mean, literally anyone who loses their home, all their precious mementos. These are the times when we have to say that we're all people. We're all, of course, we're all Californians, and we all stand in the same place. We love our beautiful state, and yet we have to deal with fire danger literally everywhere.
Right.
Unless you choose to live in the Mojave Desert, there's constant fire danger. So anyway, what you brought up is, of course, amazing. Donald Trump is in France. And while he was while he's in France, he took the occasion to lash out at California and he said forest management policies, like he knows anything about that.
Right.
For our fires. And
right.
And of course, he was routinely, he was roundly criticized. Yeah, I should read that because it may get forgotten already because he puts out so many things. I'll directly quote it. This was 15 hours ago. There is no reason for these massive, deadly, and costly forest fires in California except that forest management is so poor. Billions of dollars are given each year with so many lives lost, all because of the gross mismanagement of the forest. Remedy now or no more federal payments. Well, first thing, the forest fires in Southern California are certainly not due to any forestry issues. They occurred on public lands, I guess. I don't know exactly what we do. We'll find these things out, obviously, in due course, right? But you don't make a living as a logger in Simi Valley. Let's just say that. Right. There's no trees of any kind.
Right.
To cut down. That would be useful for timber. In northern California, where the campfire it's called, the one that burned down Paradise and it's chewing its way through Shasta County. Was that right? I think it was think it's Shasta. That fire is for one thing, forest fires. I don't have to be. I'm no expert, but I know enough to know that our landscapes are naturally shaped by fire. So you're going to have forest fires in California forests, regardless of how many trees you cut down.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was extraordinarily insensitive. And it's interesting that after that was 15 hours ago. 1 hour ago, he says, more than 4,000 are fighting the camp and Wolseley fires in California that have been burned over 170,000 acres. That is true. Our hearts are with those fighting the fires, the 52,000 who have evacuated, and the families of 11 who have died. The destruction is catastrophic. God bless them all. First thing, I obviously, Donald Trump didn't write that. There's no grammatical errors or spelling errors in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, it's sickening that they knew that. It really shows that they knew that his original tweet was absurd, offensive, and politically damaging,
and they're trying
it's been a bad day for him anyways. I mean, he refused to visit a British cemetery. I'd like to point out, again, I'm not the weather expert of the world, but I know that if you go to France in November, northern France in November, you should bring an umbrella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It might rain, but Trump, for whatever reason, chose not to commemorate. There are all the world leaders there. I watched on television. You had the leaders of Canada and France and Germany and Britain, and they're all there and commemorating. Of course, I'm not sure which cemetery they're at, but I believe it could have been obviously, the fewer British, especially would know about word names like the Somme, Passchendaele, Amiens, and great battles that the British soldiers fought in. And Donald Trump, someone pointed out online, I think very cleverly, that this is the man who said he would run into a school where a shooter was murdering students personally, but he won't go out in the rain. Right.
So,
instead, on our dime, he sits in this lovely hotel room to which he's traveled on our dime. He sits in this lovely hotel room on our dime in France, doing I don't know what, but nothing productive, that's for sure. I wonder if we could, someone had a clever request of France. How much would you charge us to? Something like, how much would you charge us to keep Donald Trump? I want to know because I'm starting up a GoFundMe page. I saw that on Twitter. And I'm with whoever put that on Twitter. Please keep Trump for us, and we'll start a GoFundMe page to pay you for keeping him.
Well, he probably would enjoy the weather in southern France better than Washington, D.C. anyways.
Yeah, I don't mind what he enjoys. He can stay in France and enjoy that. I'm happy with that. As long as he has no power here and no effect on America, I'm good with that. I'll pay France to keep him.
That would be interesting. Yeah, check out the comments regarding, even on his own tweet, regarding the one I just told you about how California, is so horrible, forest management is so horrible. And a number of tweets actually basically said, well, fine, just don't be president of our state anymore. Just let us go. It's amazing how this movement for independence is continuing to gather steam. And of course, Donald Trump himself has, said these things like there's a revolution going on, or we're just going on our own way. Our governor, of course, our soon-to-be governor, ex-governor, because Governor Brown will be replaced by Gavin Newsom. But actually, one thing I want to briefly point out again is I was struck